Welcome back to Dead Gaming, and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon 2 On-Site, the show where I play through Darkest Dungeon 2 unassisted by guides or wikis. In our last episode, we finished the story of Boudica the Hellion, and learned of her quest for redemption out on the battlefields of the world. In this episode, I hope we'll get to find a shrine and begin the story of Alhazred the Occultist. Let's go look for one out in the Shroud.
Propriety floats listless on the tide, brined in noxious degradation.
We're not supposed to go to the watchtower if we can possibly avoid it. But right now we don't have...
Procrastination of the inevitable is futility.
Oh my god, he's
itself.
so impatient. He never lets me stand here and think for 3 seconds. Before he starts whining. Academic study is the star, and those are mysterious rewards. I don't know, I'm not ready to go to a lair, although I kind of want to. I'll head right. Someday we gotta start doing those lairs. Hello? Oh!
While the heart still beats, desire will never die.
This is the second time I've experienced Barristan and Alhazred falling in love. I like when they...
Pity a soul so twisted by despair.
I like when they date. I like when they smash beards. The Sunken Monolith. Alright, this is the Fisher Folk. This time I am gonna write down a little bit of intel about these dorks. Alhazred says, "What are we waiting for?" And he has ideas to give us strength and speed at the start of the battle. Let's follow his lead. Alright, so this is the Shroud. And in the Shroud dwell the Fisher Folk. And what can we learn right now about the Fisher Folk? They are especially vulnerable to burn? Is that what you're saying? No. Okay. Some of them, the bosun, are most vulnerable to burn, and medium vulnerable to blight, and especially resistant to bleed. However, if we compare that to the fishmonger, the fishmonger is just a flat 30% resistance across the board on damage over times. So, you know, I guess use anything. We're pretty good. We're pretty good in this party. We can probably overcome 30% resistance at least most of the time. They also have a good debuff resist. Oh, that's because it's an ordained enemy. Okay, so what do? I think we kill the ordained enemies first, because the ordained enemies do a lot of extra damage, right?
What can we learn upon closer inspection?
Shackles of Denial, incredible, I mean, look at this buff. It has it's really like 10 buffs in one. Let's go after that first. Iron Swan! 8 damage goes out. Alright, Barristan can't hit the back row, but he can put on Retribution and start tanking. How does sharpening a knife give you dodge plus? Oh, and you just get to act again on the same turn. You get to act twice in one round. That's allowed. Clearly allowed. Alright, we got through the dodge. And now we're gonna apply Blight to the back rows. Plague Grenade. Oh, use an item. If you can use an item, use an item. Plague Grenade. Blight does go on to the back row. What is this? It's foggy? It's foggy now. Everybody goes blind. But not the fisher folk. Not the fisher folk who I guess are accustomed to seeing through the dodge. Well, we gotta go for it. Here comes Iron Swan with a 50% chance to hit. Oh, Hellion. Boudica finds the mark and death blows the first ordained fishmonger. Next, we'll see how Alhazred does. Demons pull. Oh. Alhazred didn't go blind. He can see through the fog. Let's get it. Next is Paracelsus. Can she land her noxious blast through the fog? Oh, she cannot. That's alright. You're still so good. Let's bandages. And Retribution is on cooldown. Alright, here comes Crush. With a 50% chance to hit. Can the man-at-arms' mace find purchase through the fog?
A miscalculation, perhaps.
It cannot.
This is no time to falter.
He only has one eye anyway.
Steady yourself.
Casual 13 points of damage and bleed onto the Plague Doctor. It's not quite what we want. Let's pull again. Get over here. Alright, Paracelsus is going to need to heal. I can get 8 points of healing with Science, but I think I want Battlefield Medicine. 5 points of healing, and it will cure the bleed. Let's go.
Stumbling and stupefied.
Lots of critical hits here. Lots of critical hits here in this battle. Barristan gets stunned, loses an action. Truly awful.
And now, the greatest test
Yeah.
of all.
Not great. Alright, both ordained enemies fall. With my companion's regards. Okay, now we can start healing up. The fog comes in. God, that fog is so annoying. Weird reconstruction on the Plague Doctor. 8 points of healing. Get off of that death's door if you'd be so kind. Death blow from Boudica. Her pole arm is fierce. Bandages on Paracelsus. Retribution. Okay, what's next? It's not great, is it? 4 or 5. Magnesium Rain misses a lot. I don't like it. Is that even true? Am I making that up? Those Fisher folk fights are tricky. They do all kinds of nonsense that I don't understand.
Let it die. The loathing whispers.
How's that old combat items situation? Paracelsus needs more. We were suffering bleed throughout that battle. In fact, we used our bandages to address that bleed. Barristan needs lanterns always. Let's give our plague doctor the clotting powders. 40% bleed resistance. And let's ride on. So Alhazred, it's a tricky issue,
It is low
certainly
indeed
problematic.
to profit in destruction.
Alhazred is a name that was
She searches the dying world
brought
for the
into
keys to her own salvation.
American literature through H.P. Lovecraft, who is, of course, a famous science fiction, weird horror author working in like the 1920s in New England. And the first thing we always need to point out about Lovecraft is that he is a notorious, terrible, racist bigot. He holds views and openly professes views that are just grossly anti-black. Shame on him. I don't know if he's canceled. Maybe he is canceled. My understanding is that it's not so much that we just try to ignore
Suffering begins.
forever authors who were assholes. It's not that we just try to erase them from history. It's more that we try to acknowledge and incorporate their terrible behavior into our study of them and their work. Lovecraft came up with this character called Alhazred, the Mad Arab, which, you know, we wouldn't say that today. I don't think we would run around calling people Arabs. I don't know. At least we wouldn't give it, we wouldn't use Arab as like a clever wrestling name almost. For a character in our literature. I hope not. Crush heels. Crush heels, please. Also, mad, like, come on. That word is rooted in historical harm. That word is rooted in harming neurodivergent people. You could call it ableist. You could call it harmful. It's certainly a shallow way to talk about mental differences. Can we calm the fuck down with these buffs, please? What is happening? So many buffs everywhere. I guess we're supposed to be killing the dogs first, right? That's the goal. The goal is dogs first. That's the plan. Because the dogs keep guarding their friends. Crush heals. Crush heals plus death blow. The bearded men fall ever more deeply in love. What cuties. Boudica, despite
The work continues.
a stack of blindness, handily dispatches an enemy. So, yeah, pretty gross to run around calling people the Mad Arab. Ableist, racist, this is not what we want. The mad Arab Alhazred was the author of the Necronomicon. Maybe you've heard of the Necronomicon. It's, you know, it's the Book of the Dead, the cursed secret book. Maybe it's bound in human flesh. Maybe the pages are human flesh. Terrible use of stimulants. Truly awful. That's the antiquarian, by the way. Oh my god, we're fighting an antiquarian? No! We want to recruit the antiquarian. Oh! Antiquarian, come quest with us. Come help us find cool items. You know you want to. Darkest Dungeon, of course, heavily inspired by Lovecraft. I think you could easily describe this game as Lovecraftian. All of the ancestors' like ridiculously overblown, pompous way of speaking. If you go read Lovecraft, like that's Lovecraft. It's almost, it actually is, it's not almost funny. It is funny today reading it, and it's just like this white guy in 1920, like, trying to just really digging deep into his thesaurus, trying to find all of the longest and most obscure words for scary, and then putting them all in a row, and then asking printing houses to publish them. What happens when you have dodge plus and dodge? It looks like dodge doesn't even help you. Dodge plus does. But you only lose. Okay, so it's one at a time. You burn through one at a time. I can live with that.
A breakthrough. A calculated generosity, but a welcome one nonetheless.
And, you know, again, Lovecraft, horrifying racist. He has said the worst things. He has said the worst things about black people. It's really nauseating if you go read those. Shame on you, Lovecraft. Does that mean we reject a video game 100 years later that is inspired by his work? I don't think so. I just think we need to be honest, and we need to address it openly when we play that video game. We need to say, hey, this video game is kind of heavily inspired by the work of an absolute asshole.
This is no time to falter.
And we also need to recommend to everybody Lovecraft Country, the HBO series, which is a bunch of black artists and actors and writers collaborating to sort of reclaim the work of Lovecraft. You know, yeah, this guy was a terrible racist, and we kind of like his scary science fiction horror, and we're not going to reject it. We're going to reclaim it. We're going to reclaim Lovecraft lore, and we're going to use it to tell black stories, and we're going to use it to talk about racism in America. Go watch Lovecraft Country, and then play Darkest Dungeon 2, and then tell your friends fuck H.P. Lovecraft. He was a disgusting racist asshole who wrote some stuff that is okay, I guess. Inventory management, we don't need crappy trinkets. We do need to equip combat items. Okay. The academics study. What will we find? The unknown is what we will find. Alright, getting to know the unknown a little bit better, we find a corpse strapped to a chair, with a big clamp around his head, and his brain exposed and a bunch of nails poking out of his brain. So, are we glad to have known that stuff? Barristan, I think, rightly says, "This is vile and inhumane." Boudica says, "What cruel mind could Scottish for Boudica. What cruel mind could conceive this procedure?" Alhazred, his curiosity overcoming his gag reflex. "Crude methods, but there is power here." Alhazred is gonna give up some of our flame as he explores the exposed brain. He's gonna get himself a trinket, a random quirk, and... oh, he's gonna take stress damage? No, I think we just leave. I think we just leave. Rubbish and nonsense. I just don't know what the difference is between Scottish and Irish. I'm sorry. Alright, we ride on. Let's go do this resistance battle. We gotta get that loathing. Gotta get that loathing down.
Chaos must be met with unwavering resolve.
The Sunken Monolith, another Fisherfolk battle. Paracelsus has the best ideas this time. A pathogenic approach will assure our victory. Right? Let's not scruple about the ethics of biochemical warfare. It's not the time for that. The world is falling. We need to do whatever we can to get to that mountain. Paracelsus throws vials and applies debuffs and blight as the battle begins.
Two facets of the same stone, never one without the other.
Okay, first priority is the fucking fetus. Those things become a real problem if you let them live. You know, they basically like birth into an enemy. A full HP enemy. So like I just did a bunch of damage to it. If I now left it alone, it would evolve into a full HP enemy, and all that damage would be for nothing. So we gotta kill it. We gotta kill it before we gotta kill it before it can grow.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
Alright, we did it. Abortion accomplished. Okay, I think next the, ordained wharf rats. Let's get going on them. My mass deviated the attack vector. Totally normal way to say that, Paracelsus. Thank you for the clear way that you communicate. Okay, now why is Paracelsus having such an easy time blighting everybody? Look at this. Look at this. This enemy...
A Observe the subject carefully.
Oh, it's because of
You will discover
it's
its
because of
weaknesses.
Paracelsus's battle plan at the start of battle. It was blight resistance was the debuff. So Paracelsus let out a preliminary virus to weaken their resistance to the actual harmful virus that will now be going out. Incredible. I don't know. Let's just go here. Let's not overthink it. Also, why does Boudica keep getting dodge at the start of her turn? Is it a trinket? It is not a trinket. It's on guard. It's a quirk. At the start of combat, she gets 2 dodge and a speed. What a great quirk. Love you, Boudica. You know you're the best. Okay, what about a bleed out though? 4 to 8 no, because we screwed up we forgot to respec the skills. So just hack it up good if you'd be so kind. And slicey stabby. Beautiful.
The work continues.
What next? What happens next? It's still a little too early to bolster, probably. Let's just bonk. Bonk! Oh no, barnacles! So these fisher folk can sometimes get their barnacles on you, and then what happens is it hurts if you move. Oh no, the barnacles actually attach to the line, the position. And then if people move through the barnacles, they take damage because it pokes their little feet and it hurts. Very rude. Okay, now what? Battlefield medicine? Could be. No, we're only allowed to heal when... We're only allowed to heal when there's one enemy out on the field. Until then, it's all about killing enemies to minimize the number of actions that the enemy team gets, which means less damage to our HP, less damage to our stress. Coral Grief? We do puns now? We do puns now, Darkest Dungeon 2. That's what you're telling me. Alright, if you say so. Ah, the Hellion. She's having trouble hitting that 3rd position. I wish she had something to do other than whack a corpse. Alright, I guess that's that.
Scavenge what you can, and be off once more.
The loathing festers.
Inventory problems. Shitty trinkets go away. This trinket is just useless until we get a spore grenade. Sorry, it's going away. And stagecoach items are going away because we're gonna stop at the next inn. And just like that, inventory management accomplished. I'm not using enough combat items. I keep making the mistake of waiting for the right moment to use the combat items. You gotta use your combat items all the time. Always combat items. So, let's bring Nobody's doing bleed. Nobody's doing burn, rather. Nobody's doing blight. They're all doing bleed. I'm gonna write that down. We are encountering a lot of bleed down here in the Shroud. The Fisher folk like to bleed us. Wars are won with intelligence. I don't know. Put on the thunderclap grenade. Kaboom. It's very fun. Alright, and we're gonna use our damn items next battle. We're using them. Okay, left or right? Let's go for that candle. Let's go left for the candle. Alhazred. In Lovecraft. Oh, I remember these fun fellows. Have I seen a ghoul yet in Darkest Dungeon 2? I don't think so. Good to see you guys. Okay, stimulus. Bleed out. Stimulus? COVID check? No, stimulants. Alright, we're just killing ghouls. Simple, effective,
crisis,
wonderful.
We can rely only upon each other.
I remember the skull toss. It applies stun and 2 stress. Pretty terrible. Oh, I remember Howl. Oh my god, it puts horror on everyone. Absolutely unbearable. I think maybe the man-at-arms can help. We'll soon find out. Yikers.
Steady yourself.
Okay, I think probably we bolster. Upgraded bolster. It just purges stress. It does not cure horror. So, sorry about that, everyone. I'll do my best. Good lord, this is scary. This is scary. 3 healing from a weird reconstruction. You love to see it. Bolster has a cooldown, doesn't it? Devastating. Oh my god, this is too scary. Everybody's gonna panic and die. Meltdown. Everybody's gonna melt down and die. All right.
Persistence will overcome
One
even
down,
the
one to
greatest
go.
of threats.
Iron Swan. 6 damage. Plague Grenade. 1 damage, but Blight. Bolster is ready. Bolster on cooldown, please. Iron Swan, 6 damage, and an extra 2 from the Man-at-Arms' hopeful relationship with Boudica. Horror is you have a 50% chance of getting stress. It's not guaranteed stress. So that's something. Or we're even gonna get a chance at one more. We're gonna get a chance at one more bolster. Everybody heal up. Critical hit. 30 points of healing, no bleed. Weird reconstruction. Here comes one more bolster. And then... death blow, death blow, death blow.
The unrelenting
All right.
application of violence
Tons of stress coming at the party. Whew. Thanks to the double horror, the double ghoul. Pretty scary. How about infinite blight resist for a party member? Who wants to be immune to blight? Barristan does. And combat items. What do you want? What do you people want? Blight resist, clears daze and stun. That's so situational. It would have helped in the last battle. There was stun going out in the last battle. Burn resist, blight resist, burn healing, stealth removal, death blow resist. I just don't know about any of that here in the Shroud. I guess death blow resist? I don't want to be on death's door though. Hey, when you need it, you will really want it. You know what I mean? Ooh, a shrine. We can start the Occultist's tale. Oh, that's just what we want.
We must understand the past if we are ever to be free of it.
Few minds are ready for the other plane. We begin the tale of Alhazred, the Occultist.
Occultist. Chapter 1. The Ritual. On certain portentous evenings carefully selected for their astrological potency, he would gather his devotees around the ancient Onyx table, and joining hands with them, would send his spirit out into the void. Safely tethered by their vital energies, he was free to wander the outer spheres in search of some dark communion and impossible power.
The outer spheres. With the help of his friends, the Occultist begins his explorations of other worlds. Mastery point and vulnerability hex. Ignores dodge, removes dodge, love that, and applies vulnerable. I love the remove dodge. I've been hoping for something like that. I remember saying that in previous episodes. We gotta find a way to get rid of this dodge. It was lonely out in the void. Alright, what do we swap out though for vulnerability hex? I use all of these skills all the time. Does Paracelsus have something that I'm never using? I do use all of this pretty often. I think I'm gonna swap out Abyssal Artillery and put on Vulnerability Hex. Alright, we ride onwards. Feeling pretty stressed,
choice.
but
At least it should be.
maybe we can bolster.
Up ahead, the seat of our regrettable research.
Maybe we can bolster here at this road battle? What do we got? Okay, just a few pillagers. Maybe the perfect opportunity. Maybe the perfect opportunity to bolster.
The slow suffering begins.
come on. Death blow. Round 1. Cannot act. Yes! The ordained enemy does not take an action. Alright, and bolster. Round 1 bolster. 7, 7, 6. Eeny, miny, mo, Boudica. Oh, how dare you. How dare you, Paracelsus. Paracelsus's jealousy cancels bolster. Paracelsus, you absolute goon. We're gonna get 1 bolster this battle instead of 2 because of your bullshit. Shame, shame, shame. Okay, can I do it now, asshole? Oh my god, she did it again. Will she just do it forever? Hate you, Paracelsus. Hate you. So because of Paracelsus's incredible, whining and whinging, we get no stress heal in our routine road battle. So, thanks for contributing to the cause, you plague doctor. You are a plague on our party. Combat items. Sure. Is that another shrine? No, it's the academic study.
Rummage through the shelves, laden with echoes of indistinct ideas.
Oh, it's a mermaid gramophone. What could go wrong? Stress damage, unacceptable. Stress damage is unacceptable. The wailing of widows come to the battlefield. We must leave. Barristan, in his wisdom, guides us away from the occult. And we ride onward. Okay, how about another road battle, please?
Desperate to survive the rising tides, the fisher folk of the coastal provinces resorted to a debased worship of the sea.
Why wouldn't you worship the sea? It's water. Water is life. Alright, as usual, we must kill the cabin boys first. The cabin boys, of course, are those little fetuses in their little embryos and their little bubbles. Of course, Boudica finds herself unable to target the cabin boy. I guess she goes for the ordained bosun. It's incubating. Kill it. Kill it right now. It's incubating. Don't let it hatch. No! Oh! Alright, well, I guess that's allowed. It did get to give birth to itself. It gave us a wharf rat, and whatever it spawns into has newborn mutation. 25% extra damage, 2 extra speed, and it randomly gets block or something else that's off screen. But at least Boudica dodged. At least Boudica dodged the attack. I hate this. Stay alive, my love.
is no time to falter. Steady yourself.
A simple kindness.
Round 3, no death blows. You love to see it. That's just what we're looking for. Alright, first death blow. Feels a little better. Stress is completely out of control,
the
though.
greatest test of all.
Oh, death cap spores make an enemy less death blow resistant. Okay, well I do wanna hit with death blows.
The slow suffering begins.
Smooth plays. Smooth plays here at
lesson
Deck Tech
taught
Gaming.
is a lesson learned.
Ooh, a little stress heal from a positive relationship. You love to see it. Alright,
Another
stress
impediment.
remains
Cleared with
incredibly high,
impunity.
but no meltdowns just yet.
In this world, wealth is worthless without purpose.
Oh my god.
These
Maybe
slovenly
we skip
creatures
one?
worship the sea. Let us
Boudica wants to
return them to
leave.
it.
Paracelsus wants to fight. Alhazred wants to leave. Unseen forces compel me to withdraw. Boudica, continuing with the humor. Our stitches will require stitches. Great one, Boudica. Keep working on that type 5. You're gonna make a name for yourself in stand-up yet. Let me look at my goddamn items. Unbelievable. Game is actually broken. I mean, I want to fight. Paracelsus is ready with a buff. What's the map looking like? We still have, we're not allowed to go to the watchtower. Brutal. I don't know. Can we fight, please? It's fun to fight. Let's go. Uh-oh, impervious enemies. The enemies cannot be stunned. That's alright, I haven't been playing stun anyway.
The slow suffering begins.
Round 1 death blow. A stark improvement from last fight. I think he farted.
Steady yourself.
Have a whiff of these vapors.
Stupendous.
Was that good? It's not sudden rigging, it's sodden rigging. Get it? Ooh, clear crit with the belly. There you go.
Weaken them, that another may finish the work.
Sucker punch. Get it? Because it's a octopus man.
I'd be honored to help collate your notes later. That would be such an honor.
Are my wounds not enough? Are my wounds not enough? Alright, here comes bleed out. Oh, was that a one shot, one kill? I don't think we've had one of those yet. I don't know if that even was a one shot, one kill, but liked it, whatever it was. Weird reconstruction. 11 points. No bleed. Steady yourself. Hold a bit longer. Bolster on cooldown. .35 light resistance. Boo hiss. We can get past him. Ah, good. Good play, Doctor. Good juice.
And now, the greatest test.
Hold on, Boudica. We're gonna heal you. Look, we got you. And I can purge that debuff too. You're so good. Ooh! Get lost, buddy. Oh, Captain, my
An
Captain.
inkling of potency still lingers in some of these well-worn relics.
The Captain goes down with his ship. We found a clasp knife, which I don't remember ever seeing before.
The loathing abates.
The clasp knife helps you inflict bleeding. If you're bleeding, you have a harder time landing critical hits. Nobody in the party currently inflicts bleeding, so we let that trinket go. Combat items. Clear corpses. Bleed resist. Everything else, I just don't think it's gonna help, but I guess you equip something. I guess you equip blight resist? I want to do a build with the Occultist where he gets into that unholy, unknown power, or whatever it's called, where he constantly lights himself on fire, but we just bring a lot of burn salve to heal him from his fire. Oh, I have no light, by the way. That's why the enemies keep getting buffs. Hey. Barristan, maybe you can throw out some of those lanterns this battle. Any thoughts, my dude?
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
It's incubating. It's incubating. You have to kill it right now. I really need something where Boudica can hit the third row, the third line. Oh, this isn't gonna work. This isn't gonna work. It's gonna give birth to itself. Oh, so close. We got it to 1 hit point. It's not gonna give birth this turn. Maybe we'll get to act before it next turn. We can hope. It blights out. It blights out. It will not give birth. I repeat, it will not give birth. Oh, that felt good. It also, felt intense. My heart is beating.
This wound, at least, has been tended to.
Ooh, okay, what happens next? I think just stabby stab. Nice little dodge from the Hellion. Okay, so she is winded, but we can use upgraded toe-to-toe. Even while attaining a death blow. She catches her breath. She regains her wind. And bolster. What's stress? 6, 5, 5, and 6. Damn you, stealth.
A calculated generosity, but a welcome one nonetheless.
Ooh, 21 critical hit death blow. Stress is high. I think we end the fight though. Poor Boudica. Boudica's feeling
Venomous grows.
Boudica's
Proportion to mounting
feeling the pressure.
The past is gone. Let it die.
Ooh, I like those lanterns. Didn't use any lanterns. Maybe I didn't have any lanterns. Yeah. All right, we found some lanterns. We can start getting that light back up. Thank goodness. More combat items. Yeah, nobody's applying. Nobody's applying blight down here. We could have actually used a stealth remove last battle, but that doesn't mean we'll need it next battle. It's such a roguelike. The cache. We really don't need supplies. And whenever I read supplies, I think it's gonna help me now. And then of course it never helps me now. It only helps me, I guess, maybe in the next combat, but especially at the next inn, which I will never even be able to
An inkling
reach.
of potency still lingers in
Yeah, look
some
at
of
this
these
stuff.
well-worn
Useless. Useless, useless, useless. Just throw it away. Just throw it all away. Just throw it all away. Just throw it all away. We're going to the inn. Okay, we're not allowed to go to the watchtower, but what's the reward for avoiding the watchtower. We get a candle. So if we skip the watchtower, we lose out on a candle. If we go to the watchtower, we lose out on a candle. It's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. We can just do whichever we want. I'm going to the watchtower because I'm a little rebel.
Reliable information brings accurate insight, after all.
Boudica is absolutely on the brink.
Put one down for me, what's up?
Steady yourself.
You're stressed. That makes you feel less stressed out, doesn't it? No? I feel like in Darkest Dungeon 1, whenever you got a kill, you would shed a little bit of stress. Not here.
Straightforward and effective. Messy, but effective.
On.
The slow suffering begins.
Get lost. Get lost, scrubs.
The past is gone. Let it die.
Combat items? I'm just saying, you tell me not to go to the watchtower. I might have to go to the watchtower.
Look to the horizon and lament.
Especially if the watchtower is right before the final occultist battle, rendering it 100% useless. It's totally a meme. We gotta do it. Memes are mandatory. No road battle? We're just going headfirst into the occultists? Let's kill them. Let's kill them good. Alright, altar first. Get over here. Oh, it resisted the move. That is the worst. That is my actual least favorite thing of all. As long as it's in position 4, that's okay. I can Iron Swan. And then I can Plague Grenade. I can't believe it put on its healing in round 1. That's really really just not allowed. We get repositioned a little, which is very annoying, but we can recover.
Excellent work.
Entropic Star? That rules. Let the void take me.
Each covets what the other has, and plots to take it. Steady yourself.
The altar blights out. It got its healing off, but it just got one of its healings off, so I guess that's allowed. Oh, it's gonna dodge. Okay, let's wait for the occultist. How is this gonna work? Why can't I play Brain? Oh, it's in stealth. God damn it. God, I hate everything. Okay, what are we trying to do? Okay, we're trying to do Vulnerability Hex. It's gonna remove the dodge. You know, I really don't think I like Entropic Star.
Dragged back from the brink. The slow suffering begins.
Now that reposition is going to be more of a problem. I don't think the Hellion in back. I don't think the Hellion in back is optimal.
Dragged back from the brink.
Can she use toe-to-toe all the way back there? I hope so. I hope toe. She cannot. She will have to waste a turn scooting. Really not great. Are we gonna actually wipe? The Gambino hope in this hall!
Each covets what the other has and plots to take it. Dragged back from the brink.
Now she can use toe-to-toe.
Dragged back from the brink.
What if we can kill this thing before it gets to crit? Come on, death blow, death blow. Yes, no crit.
And
Crit
methodical
denied.
plans of harm.
Is it acting twice in a row? That is entirely not allowed. For shame. There's nothing here worth saving. Okay, calm down, buddy. Ooh, hateful.
Cruelty and callousness have claimed dominion here.
Oh no. Is that two meltdowns for her in one battle? No way, right? I feel like maybe that happened. Oh, burn salve. Lovely. We did find some burn down here at the coast. The shroud. Okay, look at this heals. Look at this heals. Indiscriminate science. 12 points of healing. All debuffs removed. Of course. Of course, she rejects it out of hate.
Lethality writ large. Once again, teetering on that terrible precipice.
Okay, the Hellion is gonna act. She's not gonna bleed out. What she's gonna do is get a death blow that takes us to the inn. Here we go. Wicked hack. Combo. Extra half damage. Death's door. Not death blow. But the monster does have blight. Okay, can I do indiscriminate science now? Ah. This time she accepts it. I guess bolster. And damage. There you have it. We ride to the third inn.
The Wainwright awaits, eager to ply his trade.
Just give it all away. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away now. Get me off of this dock. I smell like salt, and there's a mollusk on my ass. I want a shower. I want some fresh water. Heard of it? You know, river water, not ocean water. You got that here at the inn?
roaring heart does much for the weary body. Even more, perhaps, for the restless soul.
That's concerning. My laptop's not charging. Alright, there it goes. Yikers, glad I caught that. Alright, we reached the Miller's Bounty. We heal to 50%, and combat items and in items are cheap, but that's not gonna matter because we are gonna jump right to end expedition. 20 candles. We head home a little stressed out. A lot of people are mad at each other. We're gonna have to find a mediator. We're gonna have to go to group therapy, but we are alive. That's gonna be it for this episode of Darkest Dungeon 2 on site. In this episode, we began the story of Alhazred, the Occultist, and we heard of his first attempts, hand in hand with his friends, to cast his spirit into realms unknown. Hopefully we will get to continue that story in the next episode. But until then, I'm going to say goodbye. This is Deck Tech Gaming signing off. I'll be back next time, and I hope you will be too.